Hi and welcome to Shave&Butcher. A friend of mine was having a baby. Well, technically his wife was having a baby, but he contributed about 9 months before the birth. He made a big contribution because you see when a baby is made, technically the man puts his well, that's for another video, perhaps on another channel. But anyway, I was talking to my friend, and he said when things started happening, and his wife sort of, when it was time, he called the hospital, because here you can't just go to the hospital and have a baby. You have to call first and pre-warn them. They have to allow you to come, so you're not coming too early or whatever. So he was calling. And talked to the midwife or whatever it is, and said, she's in pain, and it's pretty regular, and I think we need to come in and have a baby now. And the midwife said, is this her firstborn? And he said, no, it's her husband. You think, they're well educated and everything. Really strange. But anyway, it went well, and they had a baby, and it was all good. So we're shaving today with Tabac. I have a hard time putting this stuff down. I wasn't overly enthusiastic the last time I used it, but this will be the 5th shave or so. And performance-wise, wow, blows me away. And the scent doesn't annoy me anymore. It's almost like you walk into the bathroom where it's drying, and it's, what is that nice smelling thing? Not quite, but it's almost. We're using a brush too, the ML shaving supply brush from Matti Lindholm that he turned himself with a 24mm Maggard synthetic. We will be using again the Feather Artist Club DX with the professional super blade. This will be shave number 6. So I have been practicing, and I am getting a little bit better, finishing off by Pinot Clubman. So face is prepped because it's been washed with Grön Lyckas detox soap, Moroccan detox. Toilet's a bit clogged, so you might be hearing that a few times. Shit, I thought I sorted that, but apparently I didn't. Happens. Oh yeah, this will be a fun video. You remember that one with that? Can you hear it? Well, hopefully you can't. Stop talking about it. Anyway, go to work on this one. So it's been an interesting coronavirus week, and not in a good way. Italy's put itself in a complete quarantine. America shut down the airspace, or at least traveling to and from Europe, because according to the Americans, Europeans caused the virus or brought it to the US, so this is punishment. Denmark closed the borders today. Norway is all shut down, nothing's going on. Sweden, not so much. We're taking measures, but we're watching the world go mad a little bit. But people are not socializing more than they need to, and you can't gather in groups more than 500 people. There are no sports events going on, and life is going to be very different. There still is toilet paper to purchase, but less and less. What's with the toilet paper? I can understand people hoarding pasta in case Italy never makes it again. But toilet paper? Not even hard to make. Okay, anyway. So, at our company, this is pretty common. There are no visitors whatsoever. We can't go on any meetings. No strangers to the office. There's, this alcohol gel for your hands everywhere. We're not to go out and eat, so you gotta bring food or buy food to eat in the office. Stuff like that. It's pretty common. A lot of companies have just shut down or only allow people to work from home, basically. And starting Monday, the office, we're 50 people in the office, will be split into 2 groups of 25 each. So one group works for a week, the other group stays at home, and then you swap. So and you can't socialize in between the groups. So I'm in the good-looking group, obviously. I don't know why they made that the criteria. Oops. Soap everywhere. So yeah, will be different. I usually spend a lot of time outside the office, traveling and so forth. So it's going to be unusual to be in the office and then every other week at home, which is not as nice as it sounds like, actually. My wife's at home full time now for coronavirus purposes, or against the coronavirus and its purposes. So I don't think I'm going to splay the brush today. I'm just painting this stuff on with, trying to make sure there's enough water in it. I say sometimes this soap is so good you can basically not fail with it, and then I fail a little bit with it. But this soap is good. And it even smells nice. It's supposed to smell like, not like tobacco, but like the tobacco flower. So is it because I know that I think it does? I don't know. Because originally I thought it smelled like, a cigarette that someone's put out. Or something. Oh shit, I'm gonna make a mess. Why am I wearing a shirt? Because I haven't changed since I got back from the office. But now I think it smells rather good. So my boss is in the other group, not in my group. So I may not see him for months if this lingers. That's a shame. And it's a strange feeling in society. Oops. Cut myself on the chin there, just pushed it a little bit too much. You do that with a straight razor, and most of the time you're okay. Gonna have a police investigation tomorrow as to who clogged the bog. I've been shaving 4 times, basically without cuts, so this was silly. Happens a lot more frequently when you talk all the time. The wedding crashers are on TV, they're about to be found out. Oops. What? Can't hear you. Did I bring alum? No, I didn't. Sometimes I get comments. So I get a notice that a comment has been made. Sometimes I even see it, and when I go in and check, it's gone. Maybe it's because YouTube censors comments. Like Justin from the Red Island Shaver made his 10-minute video challenge, and I said, "Well done, you blind son of a gun." Justin is not blind, but he's visually impaired. So he thought that was funny, and he knows it's said with love. But he couldn't find, he saw the comment flash, but he couldn't read it. So that happens to me too, and I apologize because I can't answer those comments. I did get a question, I think 2 videos ago, where to buy Hega aftershave. So sorry I couldn't comment on that, but I did put a link to where you can buy Hega aftershave in the description of that video. So I think 2 videos ago. It's just such a great soap. Really is a great soap. Yeah, so people are hoarding toilet paper and food as well from time to time. So I was laughing with my wife about that. Hoarding. Is hoarding the word? You know what I mean anyway. And we were laughing, and she said, "Yeah, that's really stupid, but buy wine just in case." So we don't have a big wine cellar like some people, so I did buy wine. We have wine now. If the zombie apocalypse comes, we'll be okay. Quite a bleeder, that. Silly to do on television. But honestly, the shave with the DX has been pretty excellent. So I wonder how many shaves I'm going to get out of the blade. This is number 6, and it still is super smooth. Yeah. So when I mastered this fully, which obviously I haven't quite, nice. I'm gonna try the Vec, because the Vec is merciless. I know that. Vec with a Kismet blade. Excellent, very nice. That's just gonna bleed for a while. It's not a bad cat, it's not gonna leave a mark or anything. It's just really silly. You push 5% too hard. Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing quite okay. Did I forget to shave? Yeah, I probably did. Sometimes you lose your train of thought. If you're thinking about something else or you're talking about something else, you just it's disgusting, I apologize. I just like to make a good video. One good one. I have been shaving really well, honest. And this is going really well too. It's just that stupid. It's not even a millimeter, but it's freaking bleeding like crazy. Silly. But it is not a forgiving lady, that's for sure. And it's when you put the, as always, when you put the blade to the skin, that's when you do it. It's very rare that I cut myself while I'm making a stroke. Yeah, that's really good. Such a slick soap. Such a good razor. Nowhere to fail. Well, ways to fail, but I usually do a half pass lately for the chin and the neck, and I don't think I'm gonna need to do that because this thing is so effective. Let's see. Rinse a bit and then we'll see. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Pretty darn good. That's gonna be a band-aid or maybe a classic, just a piece of toilet paper. Before we spill too much claret, Pinot Club now. And then we're doing some plumbing, I think. Yeah. Ah, nice. Really nice, really nice. Ooh, bit of a sting. Big thank you to Chris and Chris. Chris Maiden from Another Cat Above and Christopher Bailey from IMCDB. I always get the two last confused. Anyway, you guys know who I mean. Those two, you two, have been very kind, saying good things about my channel, which is very much appreciated. So thanks a lot. Check those guys out if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. Have a great weekend and stay sharp.